So the holidays can be stressful, but there was one recent Frontier flight from Houston to Denver that became the center of a chaotic scene after a passenger completely freaked out. Check this out. The video was posted over the weekend to Reddit, showing a woman yelling at staffers and passengers who were trying to detain her as she is screaming, okay? The video then cuts to a man having words with the flight attendant or the flight crew before that same woman can be seen climbing over multiple seats on the flight, as you see there, before she finally throws her hands in the air. But another passenger had her own take on what was going on. Take a listen.
There's a real devil that wants to kill each and every one of y'all, including your family members. That's not her. She's possessed and she needs help. And I'm sorry to say it like that, but I'm telling you right now, Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. And there's nobody that's going to come to the God, the Father, without Jesus Christ.
That's where we are.
Wow.
Where somebody could have a plane freak out like that, and somebody on the plane is like, she's right. That's crazy.
Okay, wait, pause. Okay, yep. The person who posted the video to Reddit said it was from her younger sister's first ever solo flight.
Wait, who is the younger sister? The one?
I don't know.
Okay.
The one
The
that
person
posted
who made the
it,
video.
I see.
It was her first flight ever, and that's what, as alone. And
How
that's
did
what
she
had to
make
deal
it through
with.
security? Was she normal up until she got on the plane?
She looked like one of those, you ever get those YouTube videos of like goats yelling?
Yeah.
That's what she looked like when she was like, oh. But it's like, I mean, seriously, I mean, look, we're having fun with this a little bit, but I wouldn't be having fun if I was with my children on that flight, my family. Look, doesn't that look like the goat?
It's scary.
Yes. But what is the
seriously,
protocol for getting her off of the plane right now?
Why don't we ban people like this? Maybe not lifetime ban, maybe 5 or 10 years, maybe to deter people from doing this in the future.
That woman is having a major mental episode, not condoning it, because, you know.
Yeah, but then you shouldn't be on a small.
There should be consequences.
Right.
There should be consequences, 1,000%. Erica, what are you thinking, number one? And number two, what do you think about the reasoning that the devil took over?
You said that to me with a straight face. You said that. Sometimes I channel my father, and my father would be like, oh, you just out here showing your whole butt. Okay? Showing the whole thing. Like, I'm sorry. There's no excuse for certain things. I understand, like, we live in a time of sensitivity. We're supposed to be sensitive about all these different things, but no one wants to be sensitive for the greater, like, population. For everyone else that's on that airplane, for people who might have anxiety or that might be their first flight, and this is the template that they're gonna have. Talk about a mental health issue. Talk about a barrier to overcome. You already have like an anxiety about flying and you're doing it by yourself and this is your first experience. That's who I have empathy for.
I mean,
this is crazy. And then to stand up and try to justify it in any way based on your ideology, which go off, sis, to yourself.
Right.
Prayer is very personal. Talk to your Lord yourself, okay?
Yeah.
You don't need to, evangelize the entire plane
I'd be so
when there's
uncomfortable.
already someone who is clearly not able to be contained.
Yeah.
So this is a mess from the start to the finish. There's no excuse for this. If people can't act right, you need to stay above home.
It just seems like it's also a place in time because you don't see people having these freakouts in banks. You don't say when they're out at a nightclub and everybody's having champagne. We don't see this. People know when and where they can freak out and what they can do and what can't be done to them. And there's a reason, and they know they're going to fall back on the I had a break from reality. But people, it just seems like they happen in very specific places in which you won't be taken to task for.
Why are you so uncomfortable?
Anxious.
You're stroking your lip and your chin.
Yeah, I was just imagining what Erica said. As like a Jewish person sitting in that plane, I'd feel trapped by that scary goat woman. Then I'd feel super uncomfortable with it, to be honest, the Jesus Christ woman. And I would feel as if there was no one in control. At some point, I always say this, Pete Buttigieg, the transportation secretary, God bless him, has got to do something about saving the passengers on the plane that aren't cray-cray. Because it's really, you're in a tight space in the middle of the air. Where do you go?
You're trapped, yeah.
You're trapped.
And then if you subdue that person, now I'm going to jail?
Right, exactly.
Because crazy goat lady? I took her down?
Okay. Goat lady.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's not a goat.